you have seen me before or are in some way familiar with my work, please make some noise now. Thank you, both of you. That is what you call a focused fan base. Then the second, and I'm going to go out on a limb and assume larger group. If you don't know who I am or what's going to happen in the next hour, please make some noise now. Then this is for the second group. Hello, my name is Ricardo. Now, for the last 35 years of my life, I have travelled the world learning odd skills. Feats of dexterity, juggling, balance, circus rubbish, my friends. I have done this for one reason. Because I firmly and wholeheartedly believe that even in today's exciting, busy modern world of a million TV channels, YouTube and affordable crystal meth, I still believe, so bloody affordable, it's cheaper than Pret, is my point. And more nutritious. Anyway, I've gone off on a tangent immediately. I still believe there is something to be said, something of worth, to seeing someone do something live before your very eyes that you have never seen before. Yeah. Yes. I guess tonight we're going to test that theory. Long story short, I'm going to show you some tricks. You up for that? Yeah! That's good because it was going to happen anyway. Now, I don't know you. I know a couple of you, but genuinely, as a parent, I don't know you. I don't know your lives. I don't know how many one-man shows by jugglers you have seen so far this week. Maybe less than 7. So, I need to know, and please forgive my insolence, but I need to know that you know the correct ways to react to the rubbish you're about to see. So we're just going to run through a few, just so we're all on the same page. You know what it's like. So we're going to start easy. Imagine, if you can, that I have done something on this stage that is quite good. Not great, but like, fine. Right? And that could happen. You don't know. You would respond with a polite yet restrained round of applause, and that would sound like this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, perfect, yes! Oh, massively underwhelming. Yeah, that was... you hurt my feelings, that's perfect. Real English cricket crowd, well done. Right, now we're going to step it up a little bit. Imagine, if you can, that I have done something on this stage before your very eyes. Pretty good! Pretty good! You would respond with an unrestrained, impolite round of applause, perhaps also augmenting it with improvised whoops, cheers, and whistles. That would sound like this. 1, 2, 3. That's nice. One more. Imagine, if you dare, that I have done something on this stage so unlikely and astonishing that it causes you to emit an involuntary gasp. And this will happen. Yeah, cocky. I've seen the show. That would sound like this. 1, 2, 3. What the hell was that? Someone's idea of a gasp is... We're going to do that again. This is why we rehearse. Just a gasp. And I understand you felt a burning need to, but you know. Luckily no one saw the red hat. So, just a gasp. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's nice. Okay, I think you're ready. We're going to start with something very basic. I don't want to immediately dazzle you with complicated circus terminology. So, here we go. Try and keep up. These are boxes. Feels like you're still with me. Good. These are cigar boxes. They are called cigar boxes because they are boxes in which you used to find. There we go. You've got potential. Now, most people, when they first see somebody use cigar boxes, people naturally assume that inside the boxes there must be magnets. or something sticky on the edges of the boxes, but just empty wooden boxes. Now, my friends, I am just like you. I am just like, I'm better dressed. Generally, it's a Saturday night. I am just like you, just like you. When I first saw someone do that, I was so impressed, I too forgot to clap. Don't do it because I make you. It's not a good start, is it? No, you see, I know what happened there. I know what happened. And I know you. Because you are not idiots. You are savvy, educated, entertainment consumers. Here you are at the Vault Festival, so of course you are. So I know what just went through your mind. You looked at those tricks, you said to yourself, well, I'm not clapping for those. Those are the easy tricks. And you were right. Rude, but right. You were saving the applause, I'm hoping, for the intermediate level tricks. Here they come. Hang on to your wigs and keys. The intermediate level tricks save the applause for the obvious applause moment. You'll know it when it's there. Here we go. We'll get open. It took longer than normal. Now, this, as I'm sure you are sensing, this is a cabaret show. This is not your Shakespeare. There's no fourth wall here, as evidenced by the amount of injuries we usually have. Which means that there are certain points in the show where you have agency. You get to decide what happens next, and this is one of those moments. So, if you like, you can put the boxes down, move on. Or, if the fancy takes you, if you're feeling dangerous, we could attempt, I say we, it's me doing it. We could attempt the difficult tricks. Yes. One person. Yes. You'll elect that person to speak for you. We did a vote, it's a yes. Alright, the difficult tricks. Now, I have to say, and bear in mind how well the intermediate tricks went, if anything works in the next minute and a half, it is purely through luck and chance, but legally, you do still have to clap. Sorry, that's out of my hands. Okay, the first difficult trick requires me to let go of all 3 boxes. How have I made you care about this? It's 10 minutes and you're invested. I don't care about this, it pays my mortgage. Mortgage. Like jugglers have houses. Pays for the gaffer tape on my tent. Okay. I love when that doesn't get much of a laugh. And the whole crowd goes, yeah, that seems about it. His props are his pillow. Sleeps under that table. Okay, let go of all 3 boxes. Attempt number 1. It does not bode well that I am numbering the attempts. Bit of a giveaway, isn't it? Now, watch closely as I move the right-hand box, that's my right, your left, to the left-hand position, that's your left, my right, no, your right, my left. I'm going to move one of the boxes to the other end. A trick that takes longer to describe than it does to perform. One more! And for this feat of Olympic-level athleticism, please bear in mind at all times that I am 53 and a half years old and tired. Thank you, but all of that, that wasn't the tricks. That was just the warm-up. That was the starter. That was the amuse-bouche. Are your bouches amused? Mine's playing itself. The actual trick involves, as you can see, not 3, but 8 cigar boxes. convincing homemade theatrical cigar. Lockdown project. And finally, for this trick, we require one expertly mixed fake martini. You've missed nothing. See, the ending will make no sense now. You didn't see the beginning. That kind of trouble. Now, obviously, I say a fake martini. I am a professional. I am at work. I take my work seriously. Of course, this is not a genuine martini. This is neat vodka. You've got to hydrate. Okay. Let's give this a go. You can hear that as well, right? I'm just in my head. Yeah. I'd like to point out at this juncture, you can't bloody do it either. Unless you can, in which case, awkward. Yeah, we're starting again. That's on you. Your own time you're wasting. This is the difficult part for this trick. Please do keep your eyes on the martini. Now, this is a good trick. You'll enjoy this trick. It's quite good. It's quite good. It's quite exciting. It's quite difficult. It's high up. It's precarious. And it happens here. So just for you guys in the sort of centre front row, the zone of possible legal action. I don't know how I say this and still sound professional. Okay, in the next 45 seconds, if anything looks like it's coming towards you, it is. Really all I can do. They usually nick it so nice. Now watch closely and do not blink, as I use every one of my 35 years experience as an international circus and variety performer to effortlessly distract you while I tidy my boxes. So, it's got to be done. I think you're ready for the good stuff now. We can cut the rubbish. We can get to the good stuff. My friends, I give you 1 table, 2 trays, 1 vase of flowers, 4 china cups, 4 china saucers, 3 spoons, 2 knives, 1 tea set, and 1 tablecloth. My friends, watch very closely. One quick question. Oh, you knew that was coming? away. If you do not think I can do that, clap now. It's a cheer. Incredibly rude. Still not all of you though. So, okay, we have to do the ever popular third and final option, my friends. If, quite frankly, you could not give a shit if I can do that, but you would like to see me fail, clap now. You people are scum. Now I'm going to do the trick, of course I am, but before I do, with your polite indulgence, I'm just going to do a quick extra trick, just to win you back. Is that okay with you? Yes. I've got the perfect thing, just a way of showing you, the extent of my expertise in object manipulation. Not cheering now, are you? Now these are single-edged Brazilian machetes, one of the single most lethal and practical bladed weapons in the world. Always nice to work in Waterloo where people appreciate good knife handling skills. So, these single-edged Brazilian machetes must absolutely, positively never be juggled. I was crystal clear on that. Reaction from you. Now, I carry those knives around the world for that one gag. I get pulled at every airport. It's a funny gag though. Now I realise that I've been talking about being a juggler. I have shown you no actual juggling yet. So just before we get to the good stuff, if you don't mind, I'm going to just rectify that. I'm just going to, if you'd indulge me, I'd like to attempt to impress you and entertain you with a couple of quick but exciting juggling tricks with 3 balls. So you didn't enjoy that, but one person. I mean, I thought it was pretty nice. 3 balls out of one hand. Pretty bing bang boom, pretty slick, bing bang boom. And I was looking over there when I did it. I mean, and I was talking, so bing bang boom, one person. Clearly, the rest of you are professional jugglers who do that. That's not moved enough to applaud. No, it's fine. I'm just testing the water, chilly. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'll give you a second chance. The same person did it now. I paid for 2. That's a really old gag. Well, that's music. That's Rob Wilton. Rob Wilton? Anyone? No one. Maybe you, yeah. Right, so I'm going to do it again now, because I have to do it to start juggling. If I don't, the show will never end. So I've got to do it. This time, don't clap. Because you've had 2 chances to be, genuine with me, human to human, and both times you've thought no, except for that one guy. So this time, if you clap, I'll know that you're faking it. It will make you look cheap and tawdry. Cheaper and tawdry. I know what you're thinking. You're mulling it over, aren't you? What's Woo! Joke's on you, I made you clap for juggling. Okay. A couple of quick and exciting juggling tricks with 3, but I'm so sorry. It is quite hot up here on stage under the bright lights and your judgmental gazes. So, if you don't mind, just before I do the exciting tricks, I would like to remove my jacket. Now, thank you, easy. Now, some other, and let's be honest, lesser jugglers, when faced with this conundrum, they would simply stop juggling, remove their jacket, then continue on with the enormous fun of juggling. That would be the logical thing to do. Logical, yes. Entertaining, no! So watch closely and do not blink as I remove my jacket, whilst simultaneously and at the same time Juggling 3 balls sounds impossible, doesn't it? In 3 shows last weekend, it was impossible. Okay, removing my jacket while juggling 3 balls. Removing my jacket while juggling 3 balls. Removing... Just taking a run up. Okay. Step 1, the bum. Yeah, no, it's not possible. There's not... Because the balls don't stop moving, so there's not enough time. Wait a minute. Okay. What the hell was that? Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, I think one of the balls needs charging. That's my favourite joke. I know it's not funny. Ball needs charging. Getting on, please, Got Talent. I've got to go have a quick cry. Hang on. Golden buzzer. Golden something. Right. Removing my... Have I done it? No. Okay. Really? You all just went woo for a 53-year-old man undoing a button. What have we become? And juggling, that's true. Removing my jacket while juggling. But no, I am serious. The left sleeve. Shut up! That's actually worse. It's lucky no one cares. At least it wasn't me what would have rehearsed after. Wait, I've got an idea. This, by the way, is exactly why Cirque du Soleil wears spandex. Exciting juggling tricks with 3 balls. Thank you very much. That was your 4th chance! Trick number 1, off the head. Hop. Trick number 2, behind the back. Trick number 3, under the leg. I'm still here. Right, here are some little tricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more than you can do. Now, this next trick, I've got to be honest, unlike all the others, which are perfect, this one rarely works the first time. But on those occasions when it does, I look very talented. So let's give it a go. Here we go. Yeah, I've got to be honest. Works every time I am in fact very talented. I got into yoga during lockdown. What the hell? No. Not entirely sure how to stop. Elegantly, that's how. Save it, save it, save it, save it, save it, save it, save it. Let it go. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with the art form of the juggling act, but there a traditional way to approach the performance of juggling. It's very simple. The juggler juggles a certain number of things, and then, as the act progresses, you increase the number of things being juggled, and thus you increase the entertainment level of the act. So, with that in mind, we move from 3 balls, not to 4, but to 5 ball juggling. Now, this trick took me 5 years to learn. That is both pathetic, depressing, and true. 5 years of my life spent alone in my spare bedroom, learning to juggle these 5 beanbags for you here this evening. I could have been a doctor. What's the most use to humanity, really, when you look at it? So, 5 balls, 5 years. 5 balls, 5 years. That is, if you think about it, and God knows I have, that is 1 ball per year. Year 1 was not the most exciting 12 months of my life. But I did learn a trick. Do you want to see a 1 ball juggling trick? Yes! I haven't done this for about 4 months. Let's see if it works. It's pretty hard, but it's not as hard as this. 5 ball juggling. So, we've learned that I can juggle 5 balls longer than you can clap. Not sure how I feel about that. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to juggle these 5 balls one more time, and then, whilst I am juggling them, I will perform a trick. I will throw one of the balls high into the air. It will come down, and I will catch the ball in a blind catch. Oops. I'm allowed to drop when I'm not juggling. That doesn't count. You do that. As I'm saying, I'll throw a ball into, I'm so tired, high into the air. It will come down and I will catch the ball in a blind catch on the back of my neck. One of the great classic juggler's tricks. This trick was born in the world of Russian circus. In Russian circus, this trick is known as the swan catch. The swan catch, because of the shape your body makes on performing the move. Rather lovely. Ooh, indeed. In American vaudeville, where this trick found its fame, it was known as the spine tingler. Yeah. In Britain, we call this the neck catch. My brain breaks it. So, the neck catch with 5 balls and a headset mic. Increase the number of things being juggled. So, we move now from 5 balls, not to 6, not to 7. We're going back to 3. Here are 2 of the balls I'll be juggling for you in a few short moments, and this would be the 3rd. Now I know what you're saying. You're saying to yourselves, well, that looks like a bowling ball. But then you're taking a moment, you're having a think, you're processing, and you're saying to yourselves, well, it's probably not a genuine bowling ball. For 2 reasons. Number 1, only an idiot would attempt to juggle a genuine bowling ball in a venue where the front row are so close. So close. Number 2, only an even bigger idiot would spend his entire adult life travelling the world with an act that requires him to have in his airline check-in suitcase a bowling ball. That would be prohibitive cost-wise and mean he would hardly ever get booked. So clearly this is a fake. I give you the Brunswick £15 American-style pro bowling ball in electric blue. Here's what's going to happen. I will juggle these 3 balls. And then I will perform a trick. I will perform the neck catch. Oh yeah, with this ball. Now, of course, I'm going to attempt, and please note the word attempt, to catch the £15 Brunswick American-style pro bowling ball in electric blue in a blind catch on the back of my neck. Now, thank you. Before I go any further, I have to say something quite important. How do I phrase that? Okay, I am a juggler. I know you know this, but stick with me. I am a juggler. I am not a magician. And these two art forms, they get confused all the time. And they are similar in many, many respects, but they are different in one key dynamic, and that is, with magic, if you know how the trick is done, you can do the trick. With juggling, you know how the trick is done. You can't do the trick. And that's important for this more than anything else, because this is very real and it is a little bit dangerous. What you're about to see is a throwback, a homage to the heyday of my art form, 100 or so years ago. Back then, in the heyday of musical variety and vaudeville, there were lots of different kinds of jugglers. There were as many different kinds of juggler as these days there are different kinds of comedian or singer. Sounds weird, but it's true. Back then there were gentleman jugglers, restaurant jugglers, chef jugglers, horseback jugglers, ice skating jugglers, sports jugglers, military jugglers, clown jugglers, tramp jugglers, snooker jugglers, strongman jugglers. People who would perform thrilling feats of dexterity with heavy and lethally dangerous objects. And of all the strongman jugglers, my favourite were women. The De Luca sisters. Everything I'm about to tell you is completely true. You can Google it, just don't Google it yet. The De Luca sisters, Paula and Elsa De Luca, America's premier vaudeville strong woman juggling act. This is the only photo of them that exists. And pretty much all we know about their act is that Paula, that's Paula, did this trick. We know this because Paula did this trick in a vaudeville theatre off Broadway in New York City in June 1936. That night, she threw the ball up as she had done dozens of times before, but that night, for whatever reason, she misjudged the throw by half an inch at most. The ball came down, glanced her skull, and Paula died on stage. So, for your entertainment, the neck catch. So, here's the thing. This trick's really difficult. And not for the obvious reason, yes, for the obvious reason, but also for a more subtle reason. That if there are any jugglers in the audience, you will understand this. The throw has to be exact. Less than inch perfect, as poor Paula found out. And that's very hard to do when the juggling pattern itself is so inherently unbalanced. Two balls are small and light, one ball is big and heavy. This would be perhaps possible if all the balls were the same size and weight. What am I doing? So, just going to put these down for a second. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to jump on 3 15-pound Brunswick American-style pro bowling balls of varying colours. I will then throw one of them high-ish into the air. It will come down. I will catch it in a blind catch on the back of my neck, the trick that killed the great Paula DeLuca on a Broadway stage in 1936. Now, you are a delightful audience. You've been laughing and clapping at most of the right moments. But just for this one trick, I'm going to remain completely silent. Respectfully, I request the same from you. Thank you so much for you, for Paula, the neck catch. That would be an issue if this one were not made of rubber. It killed someone! I'm going to tell you a quick thing about that trick because you're nice people. So the first time I ever did that routine was about 7, 8 years ago at the Edinburgh Fringe. And the first night of my run, which was the first time I'd done it in the show, I did it. I did the trick. It hit my head. It all went quiet like it did tonight. Brilliant. And then behind me, as I was acting, I heard footsteps on the stage. And my sound and lights technician had run down the stage and run onto the stage and got about a third on and then gone, and then realised it was a joke. And I felt so bad. So after the show I said, I bought a drink and I said, I'm really sorry, I should have told you there's a fake injury in the show. That is entirely my fault. And she said, no, it's just an amazing coincidence. And I said, what do you mean coincidence? And I swear this is true. She said, I've got a clinical phobia of heavy things falling on heads. What are chances of that? Oh, she hates me. You seem nice. Do you want to see a new trick? Yeah. Now, this is a weird little trick, but you know, you're a weird little audience. So, this trick happens here. So make sure you can see this table. We also need for this trick many of these genuine crystal brandy glasses. The show is on a budget. And finally, the key prop. Did you get lost? You wanted to get it. The key prop for this trick is this, which I'm sure you are now correctly identifying for yourselves as the favourite toy of the rap and hip-hop community. I like it. The yo-yo. Now, seriously, you just got that? Now, I don't have any yo-yo jokes, apparently. So, and this trick takes a little bit of setting up. So while I'm setting up, English second language. While I'm setting the trick up, would you like to hear some fascinating and true yo-yo facts? Yeah. Is the correct answer. The yo-yo, as I go into yo-yos, I kind of did a bit of research, and it turns out yo-yos are the second oldest toy in humanity. The first oldest, of course, being the dog, but apart from that, they're the oldest. There is a depiction in the Great Pyramid of people playing with yo-yos. That sounds like a joke, but it's true. Ancient Peruvians, used to have duels with yo-yos. That's the language that the word yo-yo comes from. There is, in the Athens Museum of Archaeology, there is a very, very old jar, on the side of which, rendered in mosaic, there is a picture of a little boy doing exactly that. I know this because I've seen it. I've been to the Athens Museum of Archaeology. I've stood in front of a glass case with this very old jar with a depiction of a little boy playing with a yo-yo. It was a kind of humbling, odd experience, and I found one of the museum guides, and I said, "Excuse me, can you tell me how old the jar is?" And she said, "Yeah, I can tell you exactly how old it is. It is 2,500 years, 4 months, and 3 days old." And I said, "It's a little specific." And she said, "Well, it's funny you ask, because when I first started working here, I asked how old it was, and they said 2,500 years. And I've been working here for 4 years, so I'm wasting my time with you." That's a brutally bad joke. Half the audience saying to themselves, "How?" The other half, "Why?" Now look, fine. Didn't like yo-yos, not a fan of yo-yos. Had a troubling childhood trauma involving a yo-yo, needs to go and have a moment. Where was I? Oh yes, now look, you are nice people, and I feel I've got to kind of come clean with you. I feel that I betrayed your trust a little bit, because I told you, with the bowling balls, I told you were going to see a feat of genuine danger, and it turned out it was just a stupid gag. It was a good stupid gag, and we enjoyed it. But it was a stupid gag, I was dishonest with you, and the whole point of circus is to be honest with one's audience. You know, with circus, it's not like magic, it's not secret. Circus is about honesty, it's about, look what I can do, I hope it works. So, it's entirely up to you. To make up for that, would you like to see something dangerous? Yeah. You didn't even think about it, did you? You just straight go. Okay, now look, but you have to understand that normally when someone like me, some sweaty, besuited vaudevillian, when they say to you, "This is dangerous," you know that's a lie, right? That's show business, right? The whole point is to create the illusion of danger, but in reality the performer knows what they're doing and everything is safe. I assure you, this evening, that is not the case. What you're about to see, my friends, is a man so desperate for the adoration of strangers that he will willingly gamble his hands by betting on his skill. I would remind you, you literally asked for this. This is my first time at the Balls Festival. It's a fantastic thing. What a wonderful thing. It's like Edinburgh, but you haven't got to go to Scotland. That's not nice. Scotland's amazing. But the venue had a little meeting with me yesterday when I did my tech, and they have asked me to, at this point in the show, make a little announcement. this is an all ages show, so we do have some kids here. Kids, make some noise. Have some very polite middle class kids here. Let's find. Hello. Okay, you. Is that you? What's your name? Summer. What a name! Okay. Then I'm going to direct this at you, but it is for all the young people. Again, the venue mentioned, I should make it a little Summer. Don't do this at home. Okay. Do it at school. You'll run that place. You'll cultivate a reputation of fear that you'll be known as Crazy Summer. It'll be brilliant. Long after you've left, you'll be talked about. Yeah, the venue are very clear on what I should say. Do not try this, Summer or children. Adults, give it a go. You'll find it's easier the sharper the knife. Quite seriously, if anyone is a little unsettled by what's about to happen, I get it, I'm a fragile boy. Feel free to close your eyes. You'll know when it's over by the sound of the ambulance. Like that guy. You know, we all learn something new during lockdown. This is my fault. This is entirely, I've misled you. That wasn't the trick. That was the warm-up. This is the trick. You know what I do for a living, right? Retrieve the £4. You can't make £4 loss on every show, it'll be ruined. Never financially recover from this. Okay. Well, we are careening elegantly to the end of my time with you this evening. I have just one final thing to show you. Any ideas? I don't know quite what gave you schlubs the idea that you were in charge of this. Having said that, I will pull the cloth. Yes, thank you. Yeah, one final thing to show you involving, of course, 1 table, 2 trays, 1 vase of flowers, 4 china cups, 4 china saucers, 3 spoons, 2 knives, 1 tea set, 1 tablecloth. Watch very closely. Here's the thing though. Now, because earlier I told you the bowling balls and then it wasn't real, so now I've sowed doubt in your minds. So now you're looking at this and you're saying to yourselves, well, it's probably fake. You're saying, well, strings or magnets. No. Everything is real. No string, no magnets. It's a joke, there's no magnets, everything is real. To prove it, here is a trick that you can try for yourselves when you get home, if you have some spoons, and a natural gift for balancing, and a spectacularly empty life. How sad. Okay, something you don't see every day, unless you are me. Every single one of you. Everything is real. Real cups, real saucers, no strings, no magnets, and of course, real knives. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, lovely people. The big machetes from earlier in the show, they are not real. That's a cheap gag for a cheap prop for an even cheaper gag. This, though, this is the real thing. From the kitchens of Hong Kong, the Cantonese butchers. How sharp? I will show you how sharp. Razor sharp. From the kitchens of North London, he's flinching there. My mother's bread knife. How sharp! I will show you how there is a lot less carrot. Oh, what the hell. Let's do it the fun way. That is not ideal. You're not sure, are you? Half the audience laughing, half the audience puking on TikTok. Just for the benefit of the slower members of the audience, yes, but no. Okay, yeah. Yes, no. It's a joke. It's completely safe. Here, Summer, have a home. My friends, you have been an absolute delight. I have one final thing to show you and one final question to ask you. So, you want to see that? Yeah. Come on, you want to see that? Yeah. All I need from you lovely people is one big, loud, heartfelt and passionate, slow hand clap with me. Thank you.